So to start, you'll need a pencil, a ruler, a piece of paper, and later we'll be using a Sharpie. First, start by writing your name and class code on the back of your paper with pencil. And we're going to start by drawing 4 slightly diagonal lines that go up and down on our paper. The first one is going to be a little bit away from the left side of your paper, and we're going to angle it towards the right side of our paper slightly. So about like this. Then we're going to draw another diagonal line, almost like we're making a long triangle, but we're not going to connect it right to that line that we just drew. We're going to have a little space between. So these lines kind of converge towards each other. Then we're going to draw a third line, and this one's going to be pretty parallel to the first line that we drew. Remember, parallel means going in the same direction. Then we're going to draw the last line that is parallel to the second line we drew. Again, make sure you leave a little bit of space between the lines. So about like that. Now we're going to draw the curves of the flag shape. So we want this flag to look like it's blowing in the wind. So we're going to start by drawing curves that go down. And this first section, we're going to draw 4 curves. We're going to leave a bigger space here for the area of the flag that has stars. So here's my first line, second, third, and fourth. The more curved you make these lines, the more 3D your flag will look. Now for the next section, instead of going down with our curve, we're going to do the opposite and curve up. So here I'm going to connect the same line, but I'm going to curve up. And then I'm going to add one above that follows the same curve because we're going to have 5 lines now in each section. We're not going to have an area for stars, just in the far left corner. Here I'm going to go up and curve over. So up and curve over. So again, making sure that I'm keeping my lines curved and they're not getting flat. Like if I went like this, that's not adding much of a shape to the flag. Now for the next section, we are going to connect these and add 5 more lines. Now I'm going to work on this section. This time the lines are going to go back to curving up. Make sure when you're doing this, you are connecting the line, so it should go all the way through. The line shouldn't start above it or below it. Now for the last section, these are going to curve down again. So curve and touch the edge of the paper. So you should have 1, 2, 3, 4 lines in the first section, and then all of the other ones you should have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next, I'm going to work on outlining these lines with Sharpie. For the diagonal lines, I would suggest using a ruler to make sure you get a straight line for your outline. Now I'm erasing any pencil lines that I didn't quite outline, getting rid of anything extra. Next, we're going to draw the stars. On the American flag, there are 50 stars, but you're probably not going to be able to fit 50 in this space. If you want to, go for it. Keep in mind that there are different ways to draw stars. One way I like to draw stars is with the 5 points and going across, diagonal, to the top, diagonal, and then connecting. I'm going to outline just the outside shape of this so I won't see the lines in the middle because then I can erase them. And I'm drawing my stars at a curve to go with the line. You can draw yours in a different way if you have a different way you like to draw stars. Now to outline, I'm just going to outline the outside shape of the star, so only the points, not the lines in the middle. I'm using a thin Sharpie because my stars are pretty small, so it's a little bit easier. And then I'm going to erase lines in the middle. And then I'm going ahead and erasing any pencil lines that are in the middle of the stars. Now I can go ahead and plan where the red shapes will be. So this is going to be white, this will be red, white, red, and I'm going to put a little mark with pencil in the red shapes. Moving on to this section, if this is red, this is going to be white. So red, white, red, white, red. This is red. Next to it will be white, red, white, red, white, red. This was red, so this one will be white, red, white, red, white, red. This is red, so next to it will be white, red, white, red, white, red. Now I'm gonna continue to color in the red shapes using lines to fill in my color. That way I can color in the shapes as neatly as I can. Now for the star section, I'm going to go through and outline the edges of the star with a blue marker. That's going to make it a lot easier to color in and not color the stars blue. And this is going to take a little bit of time, but it will be worth it when you can easily fill in the area around them with the blue marker. Now that I'm done coloring in with markers, I'm going to go ahead and add shading on the diagonal lines that break up each section of the flag. I'm going to do this with a black colored pencil, and you do want to color right over the marker to make that color a little bit darker. So notice how I'm coloring dark right at the line and then letting go of the pencil to get a light value. I'm just going to bring it out about a ½ inch. And by adding this, it gives the illusion that the flag is folded in these areas. So I'm going to go ahead and add this to each line. Another thing that you can add is a highlight with a white colored pencil. So right in the center of the sections, we want to add a little bit of white. And this is only going to show on top of the red sections because we have a white paper, not just a line, but you do want to color it a little more than that. So make a line that's a little bit bright and then color out. And this should be about in the same spot all the way up. Don't forget to add the highlight in the star section as well. All right, so it looks like I'm all done with my waving American flag. I can't wait to see how yours turns out.